Revelations chapter 8, verse 2. John Gill's exposition of the entire Bible, verse by verse. Scripture, quote, "And I saw the 7 angels," unquote. John Gill, quote, "Not the 7 spirits of God," Revelations 1:4. "Their names, as well as their office, differ, nor the ministers of the word, though these are often called angels in this book, and blow the trumpet of the gospel, and lift up their voice like a trumpet, but the angelistic spirits, and these either evil ones, since they are the executioners of wrath and vengeances, and bring judgments on the earth, and who are sometimes said to stand before God, 1 Kings chapter 22, verse 21, or rather good angels, who are sometimes ministers of divine wrath, see 2 Samuel chapter 24, verse 16. 7 of them are mentioned as being a proper number for blowing of the 7 trumpets, which would complete all the woes that were to come upon the world, and in allusion to the 7 princes of the eastern monarchs used to have continually about them, chapter 1, verse 14, as it follows, unquote. Scripture, quote, "which stood before God," unquote. John Gill, quote, "and denotes their nearness to him and familiarity with him. They always behold his face, and their service and ministration and their readiness to execute his will." The allusion is to the 2 priests standing at the table of fat, with 2 trumpets in their hands, with which they blew, and another struck the cymbal. The Levite sung which was always done at the time of the daily sacrifice, unquote. Scripture, quote, "and to them were given 7 trumpets," unquote. John Gill, quote, "every one had one, in which were an emblem of those wars and desolations and calamities which would come upon the empire and upon the world at the blowing of each of them, the trumpet being an alarm, preparing for, proclaiming, and introducing these things." Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 19. "These are said to be given them, either by him that sat upon the throne, about which they were, or by the Lamb that opened the seal, and shows that they did nothing but what they had a commission in order to do." Here is manifestly an allusion to the priests and Levites blowing their trumpets at the close of the daily sacrifice and at the offering of incense, as before observed.